Tonight, you will walk through a doorway of calm, leaving the noise of the day behind. The world outside may still hum with its restless rhythm, but here, in this moment, in this gentle pause, a softer rhythm waits for you. A rhythm that has always been here. A rhythm of candlelight and quiet breath. Of doors closing gently, of windows opening to welcome the cool air of night. Of a body that finally remembers how to rest. You step into this threshold, carrying with you the echoes of your day. Perhaps your mind still hums with unfinished lists, with conversations that linger, with thoughts that refuse to settle. But as you cross this invisible line, those echoes begin to soften, as though muffled by a velvet curtain. The air itself feels different here. It is slower, smoother. It carries the fragrance of something timeless. Perhaps a faint trace of chamomile, or the woody sweetness of cedar, or simply the freshness of the evening breeze. And as you breathe it in, you notice how your shoulders lower just slightly, as though your body has been waiting for permission to let go. The lamps in the room glow faintly. No bright lights here. Only a warm golden halo, trembling gently with the small movement of air. Shadows fall softly across the floor, not sharp, not harsh, but fluid, like a watercolor painting slowly dissolving at the edges. The world narrows into these tender details. The way the wood beneath your feet feels cool, the quiet crackle of a candle flame, the whisper of fabric as you move slowly toward a waiting chair. This is the first ritual of night, the dimming of the world. You notice how every sound becomes hushed, how every movement slows. The day was quick and sharp, full of interruptions, but here, in this softened space, each action becomes deliberate, almost ceremonial. You lower yourself into the chair as though you are lowering yourself into a memory. You place your hands gently in your lap, feeling the quiet pulse of your own body reminding you that you are alive, that you are safe, that you are here. On a small table beside you, a kettle waits. You hear it whispering softly, the faint hiss of steam rising, a sound like a lullaby. The cup beside it glimmers faintly, its porcelain rim catching the candlelight. When you pour the tea, the sound is gentle, like rain falling into a still pond. You bring the cup closer, feeling the curl of steam rising against your face. Warm and fragrant, the scent wraps around you in invisible threads, floral, earthy, calming. With the first sip, the world becomes even quieter, the warmth traveling down into your chest, radiating outward until you feel as though you are being embraced from within. This is the second ritual of night, the slowing of the body. The day rushed you. It demanded that you move quickly, think quickly, respond quickly. But here, every gesture is slowed into a kind of meditation. You lift the cup slowly, hold it slowly, sip slowly, place it down with the kind of care one gives to something precious. And in this slowing, your breath begins to change, no longer shallow and hurried, but deep and steady. Inhale through the nose, feel the air cool as it enters. Exhale softly through the mouth, feel the warmth as it leaves, each breath a wave. Flowing in, flowing out, you ride it gently, letting your mind rest on its rhythm the way a child might rest against the rocking of a cradle. The window is open now, just slightly, and the night air enters like a welcome guest. It carries the fragrance of leaves, of distant soil, of something infinite that cannot be contained. The air is cool against your skin, brushing softly across your cheeks like the gentlest hand reassuring you that all is well. Somewhere in the distance, Perhaps a bird calls one last time before sleep, or a faint rustle of branches reminds you that the earth itself keeps breathing, that you are part of something vast and enduring. This is the third ritual of night, the opening to silence. You notice how silence is never empty. It is filled with texture, with subtle movements, with a kind of music too delicate for the hurried ear to catch. Now you can hear it, the rhythm of your own breath, the hush of air, the faint pulse of life itself, and the more you listen, the softer your thoughts become. The voices of worry, the chatter of planning, the echo of past and future, they dissolve one by one, like ink fading into water. You are not pushing them away. You are simply letting them drift, letting them lose their shape until what remains is only stillness. And in this stillness, you remember something? That rituals are not just habits, they are doorways into presence, into meaning, into calm. As you sip your tea, as you breathe slowly, as you sit in this dim golden light, you realize you are participating in something ancient, something human. For thousands of years, people have done exactly this, closed the day with a gesture, with a pattern, with a small act of reverence for the night. They dimmed their fires, they whispered their prayers, they gathered their families, they breathed into the quiet, and you here, now, are not separate from them. You are connected by this invisible thread of ritual, stretching back into history, binding you to countless souls who also longed for rest. Take another breath. Notice the way your chest rises and falls, the way the body obeys without effort. Inhale gently, exhale slowly. Feel the weight of your body pressing into the chair, the floor supporting you with quiet strength, the world holding you softly as you release into its embrace. With each breath, the boundary between your body and the space around you grows thinner until you feel as though you are dissolving into the night itself. Not disappearing, but merging, not ending, but resting. Your eyelids grow heavy, not because you force them, but because they understand. The body understands ritual. It recognizes patterns, it responds to rhythm, and the rhythm you are weaving now, slowness, stillness, silence, is the rhythm that leads into rest. You do not have to try, you only have to allow. And as you allow, you notice a soft warmth spreading through your chest, radiating outward, filling you with a sense of safety, of belonging, of peace. Now the tea is finished. The candle still glows, but its flame has softened, no longer tall and sharp, but low and swaying, like a lullaby in light. You rise from the chair and move slowly toward the next room, where a bed waits. The fabric of the sheets calls to you, promising softness, coolness, surrender. You pull the blanket gently, feeling its weight, not heavy, not light, but perfect. You lower yourself down, and the mattress embraces you the way the ocean embraces a drifting boat. You close your eyes, and even though you are awake, you begin to taste the sweetness of sleep. But tonight, we are not yet finished. The night has more to offer. This was only the doorway, and doorways lead to paths, and paths lead to places waiting to be explored. You have begun with ritual, small gestures, soft patterns, gentle breathing, and now, as you rest here, you will be carried deeper into older rituals, into the stories of firelight and stars, into the gentle memories of those who came before you. Your journey continues, slow and dreamlike, unfolding as the night itself opens its arms wider, welcoming you into its timeless embrace. Section 2, the ancient roots of ritual. Tonight, we drift backward in time, carried on the gentle current of memory, into a world lit not by electric lamps, but by the soft glow of fire. You are seated now, in silence, the tea finished, the candle still glowing faintly. When you begin to imagine another flame, a flame older than this one, older than any you have ever known, it is the flame of the first ritual. Close your eyes for a moment and see it. A circle of stones rests upon the earth, and at its center, a fire rises, flickering upward into the vast dark of night. The stars hang heavy overhead, thousands upon thousands, undimmed by the noise of cities, undisturbed by the hum of machines. This was the world of our earliest ancestors, where night was not something to conquer, but something to honor, and so they gathered around this fire, breathing its warmth, listening to its crackle, watching the sparks rise and vanish into the great velvet sky. Have you ever wondered what it might feel like to sit there among them, to feel the ground cool beneath you, to feel the roughness of stone against your hand, to hear the fire breathing its ancient rhythm, a sound as old as the earth itself? You do not need to imagine too hard, because the body remembers the warmth of the fire, the comfort of the circle, the rhythm of the chant. These things are written into your very bones. The people at the fire are quiet now, each lost in the trance of the flame, but soon one of them begins to hum a low, steady tone, rising and falling with the breath. Another joins, and then another, until the sound weaves itself into something more than music. It becomes a ritual, a pattern of belonging. And as you listen, your breath begins to follow. Inhale, exhale, the hum carrying you deeper, the sound vibrating not only in your ears but in your chest, your heart, your entire being. This is the ancient gift of ritual. It binds the restless mind into harmony. Where there was worry, there is rhythm. Where there was chaos, there is pattern. Where there was fear, there is firelight. The night stretches around them, endless and dark, but they are not afraid, for the ritual has given them safety. The repetition of flame, the sound of chant, the closeness of others, it creates a boundary against the unknown, and you too, listening, breathing, can feel that boundary forming. A circle of calm drawn around you. A circle that says, here you are, safe. Here you are held. Here you can let go. Perhaps you wonder, why do we return to rituals again and again? The answer is simple and yet profound, because rituals remind us that we are not alone. They connect us to one another, across time, across distance, across the silence of night. Every small act, the lighting of a flame, the lifting of a cup, the whisper of a prayer becomes more than itself. It becomes part of something larger, and in that largeness, we find rest. Now the fire burns lower, its flames settling into glowing embers. The chant fades, and in its place, the soft voice of a storyteller rises. He does not speak quickly, nor does he shout. He speaks slowly with long pauses, his words carried by the night air, as though the stars themselves lean closer to listen. He tells of the sun and the moon, of the rivers and the mountains, of the animals that walk and the birds that fly. Each word is a thread, and as he weaves them, a story is born. The story itself is a ritual, the act of listening, of surrendering your mind to the rhythm of another's voice, is one of the oldest rituals known to humankind. As you hear this, notice how your own body responds. Your breath deepens, your muscles soften, your mind quiets. You are not thinking of what comes next. You are simply here, receiving, resting. This is what our ancestors knew. That ritual was not only for gods and spirits, it was for the body, for the mind, for the soul that longs for rhythm and rest. The night deepens. Above the circle, The stars turn slowly. As they always do, the moon glows faintly, pulling the tides, marking the passage of time in silence. And below, by the fire, the people close their eyes one by one, trusting the ritual to carry them into sleep. The embers glow softly, like the heartbeat of the earth itself, and you too can feel that warmth, steady and constant, inviting you into calm. Now gently, let your breath match the fire. See the ember glow brighter as you inhale. See it soften as you exhale, a rhythm older than thought, older than memory, older than words. You are not learning this. You are remembering. You are remembering the ancient roots of ritual, the way it carried your ancestors through countless nights, the way it carries you now. Tonight, you are not alone. You are seated at that ancient fire. You are humming with them. You are listening to stories with them. You are resting with them. And even though the centuries stretch between you, the ritual bridges that distance, folding time into a single breath, a single flame, a single moment of peace. The fire dims. Further, the embers sink into darkness and the storyteller's voice fades into silence. But you are not afraid. You are calm, because you know that even as this ritual ends, another begins. Rituals do not vanish. They transform from flame into candle, from chant into whisper, from ancient fire into the small, simple patterns of your own life. Breathe once more. Feel the stillness around you, vast and eternal. Notice how your body is heavy now, how your thoughts have slowed into gentle ripples. You are carried gently from one ritual to the next. And as the ancient night dissolves, you find yourself returning softly to the present, where your own rituals wait. The dimming of the lamps, the sipping of tea, the opening of windows to let in cool air. The same gestures, timeless, unchanged, still carrying their quiet power. This is the truth of ritual. It is not a relic. It is a companion. It has walked with us from the dawn of fire to the glow of modern night, from the chants of ancestors to the whispers of today, and it walks with you now, guiding you gently, leading you softly toward the next part of your journey. And so, the night opens once more, and you prepare to step deeper into the quiet psychology of rituals, into the ways they shape not only the world outside you, but the landscape within. The fire fades, and in its place, a new doorway glows, and through it, you will continue. Section 3, The Quiet Science of Ritual. Tonight, you will drift deeper into the gentle science of ritual, where ancient wisdom and modern understanding meet like two rivers joining in still waters. You rest here, in this space of quiet. The world outside is hushed, and in this stillness your mind begins to soften, opening itself to gentle wonder. Have you ever noticed how the simplest patterns in your life hold the power to soothe you? The way your body feels when you always place a cup on the same shelf. The way your breath slows when you hear the kettle whistle at the same hour each night. Rituals, the science tells us, are like lullabies for the nervous system. Soft repetitions that remind your body you are safe, you are home, you are at rest, you breathe in, you breathe out, and with each breath, you step closer to this understanding. The mind is often restless, chasing 1,000 thoughts, but rituals act like a gentle hand guiding it toward calm. Psychology calls this the power of predictability, but in your body, it feels like comfort. It feels like ease. The regularity of ritual lowers the heart rate, softens the muscles, and sends signals whispering through your nerves. It is time to let go. You imagine now a candle being lit. Every evening, at the same time, the science of habit tells us that the brain begins to expect it, and before the flame even flickers to life, Calm has already begun its quiet work inside you. This is the secret gift of ritual. Anticipation itself becomes rest. Have you ever wondered why monks walk the same paths in silence? Or why people across centuries have folded their hands before sleep? These gestures, repeated over time, are anchors. Anchors for drifting minds. Anchors for wandering hearts. And as you picture these anchors, you feel your own body grow heavier against the bed, like a boat tethered safely to shore. There is research that shows how even the smallest rituals, a phrase whispered before beginning, a cup of warm tea before resting, a gentle stretch of the arms, can soothe the stress carried by the day. Rituals tell the body a story. The struggle is over. You can rest now. You inhale slowly. You exhale gently. Notice how the breath itself is a ritual, a rhythm older than memory. The steady rise and fall, the quiet cycle, always returning, always repeating. Breath is life's first ritual, and tonight it is your companion into sleep. You imagine yourself walking through a quiet laboratory at night. No harsh lights, no machines humming, only shelves lined with books and gentle lamps. Here, scientists have left open journals filled with discoveries about rest, memory, and rhythm. And as you move slowly through the quiet room, you realize the science they study is not cold or clinical. It is tender. It is filled with care. The pages speak softly of circadian rhythms, those natural cycles that mirror the rising and setting of the sun. They explain how ritual aligns us with these timeless patterns, so that we may rest when the body longs for rest, and rise when the earth invites us to rise. It is knowledge, yes, but it feels like a lullaby sung in the language of science. You pause here. You breathe again. The soft rhythm of your lungs carrying you deeper. Imagine your brain like a gentle garden, each ritual planting seeds of calm. When repeated night after night, the pathways grow stronger, like well-trodden trails through the meadow of your mind. And with every step you take upon them, the journey to sleep becomes easier, smoother, more familiar. No effort is required now. The ritual carries you like a small boat drifting downstream. You need only rest within it. And so the science of ritual, with all its careful studies and quiet truths, is not far from the warmth of human experience. It is a bridge, connecting knowledge with comfort, understanding with peace. You let that thought settle gently within you. A bridge of wisdom, carrying you to the next shore. And as the candle flickers lower and the breath becomes slower, you sense that this science, though modern in name, is ancient in spirit. For before there were words like psychology or neuroscience, there were myths and stories that carried the same wisdom, whispering to us of ritual, of rhythm, of the human need for gentle repetition. And so you drift from the quiet science of ritual into the timeless realm of myth and symbolism, where stories carry truths older than memory. Section 4, Rituals in Myth and Symbol. Tonight, you will wander softly into the timeless world of myths, where ritual takes shape not only in actions but in symbols, in stories, in whispers, passed from one age to another. The room around you is quiet now. Shadows settle like silk across the floor. Your breath has become steady, calm, like waves touching the shore, and as you rest within this stillness, the doorway opens. Beyond it lies not a house, not a garden, but a realm woven from story itself. You step gently across the threshold, and the air feels different here, ancient and yet familiar, as though you are walking inside the dreams of humankind. Have you ever wondered why people across centuries and continents all created rituals? Why fire was lit? Why hands were joined? Why words were spoken into the night? These gestures, these stories were not random. They were symbols carrying meaning deeper than words. You drift now into the hush of an ancient temple. The walls glow faintly in torchlight, and the air is heavy with the scent of incense. Figures gather in silence. Their hands trace gestures across the air, and though you do not speak their language, you understand. Their ritual is a prayer, a hope, a bridge between the seen and the unseen. In myth, ritual was never merely action. It was the language of connection, a way to link the human heart to something greater. The turning of the stars, the cycles of the earth, the mystery of existence itself. Imagine for a moment the Greeks pouring libations of wine upon the ground before a journey, or the Egyptians placing amulets beside their loved ones to guard them through the long dream of death. Each act was simple, yet behind it rested a world of meaning. A gesture became a story, and the story became a comfort. Your breath moves softly, in and out, and as you breathe, you notice the rhythm feels like a ritual too, a living symbol of continuity. Myths remind us that ritual carries both the weight of tradition and the lightness of comfort. The Japanese tea ceremony, for instance, transforms the making of tea into a symbolic act of harmony and respect. Every motion measured, every gesture mindful. To witness it is to feel time slow, until only the present moment exists, and as you imagine this ceremony, you can almost hear the sound of water being poured, the fragrance of steam rising into the air, the quiet touch of porcelain against your fingertips. A simple cup of tea becomes a symbol of peace. Have you ever noticed how even ordinary rituals in your own life, turning the page of a book, lighting a candle before sleep, stepping into the shower at day's end, hold within them this same quiet magic? They are modern symbols, perhaps not carved in stone or written in myth, yet they carry meaning all the same. They whisper, "Here you are safe, here you may rest." In many myths, the candle or flame symbolize the eternal light, the spark that guides one through darkness. Tonight you imagine holding such a candle, its flame soft, steady. You do not need to hurry. The flame does not demand anything of you, it simply offers its presence. And as it flickers gently, you feel warmth spread through your chest, easing tension, calming the mind. The rituals of myth also told stories of renewal. The rising sun in Egyptian lore was not only the dawn, it was a ritual repeated endlessly, promising that darkness was never final. The phoenix, burning and rising again, was a myth shaped into ritual fire, a symbol of hope of beginning again. And you, lying here, can sense that same renewal in your own breath. Each inhale a beginning, each exhale a gentle release. The symbols flow around you like constellations in the night sky. The circle, eternal and whole. The offering, a gesture of gratitude. The doorway, a passage between one state and another. These were the symbols that shaped ancient rituals, and they are still alive, here with you tonight. You find yourself in a meadow now, beneath a sky alive with stars. Around you, countless fires are lit in distant places. Tribes gathered, families joined, solitary figures lifting their eyes to the heavens. Rituals unfolding beneath the same sky, across the span of ages. Each fire is a story, each flame a symbol, and together they form a great tapestry of human meaning. The air is cool against your skin, the grass soft beneath your feet. You listen, and you can almost hear the voices of those who came before, whispering through the night. Their rituals were their lullabies, and tonight they become yours. You pause here, breathing deeply. The breath itself joins the rhythm of the stars, steady, unbroken, eternal, and in this stillness, you understand that myth and ritual were never separate. They were companions. Ritual gave life to myth, and myth gave meaning to ritual, and both offered something precious to those who practiced them, a sense of belonging, a sense of calm, a gentle reminder that life itself could be trusted. And so, you rest now with this thought: every candle, every gesture, every whispered word of ritual carries the weight of both science and story, both body and soul. Tonight, you have wandered through the realm of myth and symbol, and from here, your path will lead into the quiet places of daily ritual where ancient truths meet the rhythm of ordinary life. Section 5, the rituals of daily life. Tonight, you will drift into the quiet rhythm of ordinary life and discover how small, familiar rituals can cradle the heart, soften the mind, and carry you into rest. You remain in the gentle afterglow of the stories and symbols that have carried you through the night. The candlelight flickers softly, the breath flows slow and even, and a quiet curiosity opens in your mind. Have you ever noticed how the simplest actions repeated day after day carry their own kind of magic? How tying your shoelaces, washing your hands, or making your bed can feel like a secret conversation with the universe. These small, ordinary acts are not so ordinary after all. They are rituals, subtle and powerful, connecting your body and mind in ways both seen and unseen. Imagine now a morning unfolding slowly. The sun is just touching the horizon, soft light spilling into the room. You rise and stretch your arms, feeling the slow pull of muscles that have rested through the night. The floor is cool beneath your feet. The air is still, carrying a faint scent of earth and dew. Each breath is deliberate. Each step is intentional. This is the ritual of awakening. You walk to the kitchen where a cup waits. Perhaps it holds tea, perhaps coffee, perhaps warm water infused with lemon. You lift it gently, feeling the weight of the cup in your hands. The warmth travels through your fingers, up your arms, filling your chest with calm. You inhale the fragrance, and it seems to settle into every corner of your mind. With the first sip, the day begins not with rush, but with gentle attention. The rhythm of ritual anchoring you to presence. As you move through the home, each small gesture becomes its own quiet story. Folding laundry becomes a meditation, the soft fabric brushing your fingers as you shape it. Sweeping the floor becomes a dance with light and shadow, each stroke a deliberate act of care. You notice the simple pleasure of repeating these actions, the predictability of movement, the way your body naturally finds comfort in it. Ritual in daily life is not always about doing something grand or remarkable. Often it is about noticing, about creating small, deliberate pauses where you can meet yourself fully. Perhaps it is lighting a candle before reading. Perhaps it is taking 3 slow breaths before answering a call. Perhaps it is pausing at the window to watch the leaves sway in the wind. In each of these moments, your mind softens. The chatter that usually fills the spaces between tasks begins to quiet. You feel the flow of time slow, measured by the rhythm of your own gestures, your own breath, your own awareness. Notice how each ritual carries a sense of intention. You are not hurrying. You are not forcing. You are simply choosing, softly, to honor this moment. Perhaps you hum a tune as you wash the dishes. Perhaps you straighten a picture frame, feeling satisfaction in its alignment. Each motion, small and deliberate, becomes a gentle promise to yourself. I am here. I am present. I am safe. Have you ever considered that even the act of preparing for sleep is a ritual? Brushing your teeth, adjusting your pillow, drawing the curtains to let in night's cool embrace. Each gesture marks the boundary between the day and the night, between movement and stillness, between thought and rest. You perform these actions not because they are required, but because they carry comfort, order, and familiarity. Now imagine a quiet afternoon unfolding, a slow walk through the neighborhood. The rhythm of your steps, soft against the pavement, becomes a meditation. Each step is a signal to your body and mind. Slow down, observe, breathe. You notice the rhythm of birdsong, the sway of branches in the wind, the gentle rustle of leaves underfoot. These small attentions form a web of ritual that ties you to life itself, grounding you in the present and allowing your mind to drift gently toward calm. In daily life, ritual also thrives in connection. The quiet greeting of a loved one, the shared preparation of a meal, the folding of hands in thanks before eating. These gestures, repeated again and again, are small acts of sacred attention. They remind us that even ordinary moments contain beauty. They remind us that life itself can be a slow, tender ritual if we allow it to be. You breathe in, you breathe out. You feel the weight of your body pressing into the chair or bed. Each inhalation carries a little more calm. Each exhalation releases the tension of the day. In this awareness, you recognize that daily rituals are not only functional, they are the gentle scaffolding that supports your inner peace, a quiet bridge from activity to rest. Perhaps you now imagine preparing your own ritual tonight, lighting a small lamp or candle, pouring a cup of tea, sitting quietly as the air cools and the sounds of the night begin to hum softly. You are creating a sanctuary, a place where your body and mind can rest. Each small motion, repeated with intention, is a signal to your nervous system. You may let go. You may rest. You are safe here. The rhythm of these ordinary gestures reminds you of something deeper, that life itself, when observed gently and deliberately, is full of ritual. Each day contains countless small acts that carry meaning and calm. And as you follow this rhythm, you realize that rituals are not something separate from life. They are life itself. Breathing slowly, quietly, always present as you allow yourself to rest in this thought. Notice how your breath mirrors the rhythm of these daily rituals. Inhale, exhale. The cycles of your body, the cycles of the day, the cycles of the world, all moving in quiet harmony. Your shoulders release. Your jaw softens. Your mind drifts in gentle patterns, just like the gestures of your day. Repeated, familiar, comforting, and now as the night deepens, your attention drifts toward the rituals that prepare you for rest. The intimate and private gestures that mark the transition from wakefulness to sleep. The act of lying down, the pull of the blanket around your body, the soft weight that grounds you. Each is a ritual, a whisper from your body telling you it is time to rest. It is time to dream. And so, as your eyelids grow heavy and your body feels at ease, you sense that these daily rituals, small, quiet, ordinary, carry the same magic as ancient rites, the same power as myth and story, the same gentle wisdom as the rhythm of breath itself. They guide you softly into the next chapter of the night, into the deeper mysteries of rest, where night rituals meet nature's own patterns and prepare you for a dream-filled journey ahead. And so, you rest within this quiet awareness, carried gently by your own small acts of care. The ordinary gestures of life have revealed their extraordinary power. Now your path will drift deeper still into the rituals of nature itself, where the world outside mirrors the rhythm of your body, and every breath syncs with the eternal cycles of life. Section 6. The Ritual of Letting Go. Tonight you will drift into the gentle art of release, learning to let go of the day, the thoughts, the tension, and rest in the quiet embrace of night. The room around you is soft with shadow. Your body is heavy, your breath calm, and your mind begins to quiet like a pond at dusk. Each inhale carries a little warmth. Each exhale releases a little weight. Have you ever noticed how holding on to the day can weigh the body and mind? How the rush of thoughts, the unfinished tasks, the conversations replayed, press softly yet insistently against your awareness. Tonight we will practice the quiet art of letting go. Imagine a small basket resting beside you. In this basket, you place each worry, each unfinished task, each restless thought. See them resting there. They are not heavy. They are simply acknowledged. One by one, you place them softly into the basket. Each motion is deliberate. Each breath guides you. Inhale And as you exhale, release another thought. Inhale, exhale. Another tension, another burden. The air around you is still. A soft candle flickers nearby, its warm light steady and comforting. You notice how the shadows stretch long and thin across the walls, how they move gently with the flame. They remind you that release is not disappearance, but transformation. Each worry, each thought, each tension gently dissolves into the quiet of night. You begin to feel the sensation of weight leaving your body. The shoulders drop slightly. The jaw softens, the fingers relax. Even the tiny muscles around the eyes release their grip. With every gentle exhale, you let go a little more. You are not forcing it. You are simply giving your body permission to rest. Imagine now a river flowing slowly, its surface smooth and dark beneath the moonlight. You place all your worries one by one into the river. Watch them float away. There is no rush. The current carries them gently, softly, without judgment. They disappear over the horizon, leaving the river calm and clear. You are not separate from the river. You are part of its slow, steady rhythm. Have you ever wondered how ritual helps us let go? Each small gesture, pouring tea, lighting a candle, folding your hands, creates a signal in the body and mind. A signal that the day has ended. That it is safe to surrender. That it is time to rest. You can feel that signal now as though it radiates from the center of your chest outward, like warm light dissolving shadows. With each breath, allow yourself to sink a little deeper. Inhale, gathering any lingering tension. Exhale, releasing it fully. Inhale, exhale. And notice how the spaces between thoughts grow wider, softer, more forgiving. The day has passed. There is nothing left to hold on to. And in this soft emptiness, peace begins to take root. Now picture a gentle wind passing through a quiet forest. It moves through the leaves, rustling softly, carrying away fallen petals and twigs. The wind does not hurry, it does not push. It simply moves, allowing everything to drift naturally. Imagine yourself as the leaves, surrendering to this gentle current, floating freely without resistance. Release is not always easy, and yet it can be tender. You do not need to force your mind into silence. You do not need to chase away thoughts that linger. Simply notice them. Place them in the basket. Let them float on the river, and allow the natural rhythm of breath, body, and night to carry you forward. As you drift, imagine each exhale carrying a soft shimmer of light, dissolving tension into warmth. Every inhale brings calm, grounding you in the gentle reality of now. Your body becomes weightless, your mind quiet, your heart soft. You are safe. You are held. You are exactly where you need to be. Notice now the soft rhythm of your surroundings. Perhaps the faint hum of night insects, or the distant whisper of wind through trees, or the slow, even heartbeat of your own chest. This rhythm is your companion. It reminds you that release is natural, that letting go is part of the dance of life, and tonight you may join it fully. Have you ever considered that letting go is also an act of care? By releasing the day, you honor the body and mind, giving them space to heal, to rest, to dream. Each small act of letting go, sighing, folding your hands, exhaling fully, is a tender gesture of self-compassion. As you continue to breathe, you sense the weight of the day fading completely. The basket is empty. The river is calm. The wind has passed through the forest, leaving quiet stillness. And in this stillness, you feel your own body and mind settle into the natural rhythm of night. Now, in this deep quiet, you imagine a soft light descending over you, like moonlight filtering through a gentle window. It moves slowly, caressing your shoulders, your arms, your legs. It dissolves the last traces of tension, the last whispers of thought, leaving only calm, only warmth, only presence. And as the candle beside you flickers softly one last time, you feel the power of ritual, the power of small, deliberate gestures to transform your inner state. The simple acts of the day, the rhythm of breath, the gentle letting go, they carry you naturally toward rest. Your body is ready now. Your mind is ready now. The river is calm, the wind has passed, and the light of night embraces you fully. You have released the day, and in that release you are free. And so, with your body relaxed, your mind softened, and your heart lightened, you are prepared to journey even deeper. Ahead lies Section 7, the rhythm of sleep, where the night itself guides your breath, your pulse, and your dreams into perfect harmony. Section 7, the rhythm of sleep. Tonight you will drift into the slow, steady rhythm of sleep, where body, breath, and mind move together in gentle harmony, and the night carries you softly into dreams. The room around you is quiet, softened by shadow and candlelight. Your body is heavy, your breath steady, and your mind rests like a lake at dusk, still and reflective. Have you ever noticed how sleep itself has a rhythm? How the rise and fall of your chest mirrors the motion of waves or the sway of leaves in a gentle wind? Tonight, you are invited to follow this rhythm, to surrender to the quiet cadence that has guided humans for millennia. Imagine yourself lying in a soft, warm space. Perhaps you are in your bed, perhaps in a quiet meadow under the stars. Feel the weight of your body pressing gently into the surface beneath you. Each point of contact, each curve of your body is supported, held, embraced. Your breath moves slowly.
Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale.
Notice how the rhythm flows naturally, without effort, without thought. Each breath is a pulse, a quiet signal to your body. Rest, rest, rest. The night itself seems alive with rhythm. Perhaps you hear the soft hum of the world outside, distant insects, rustling leaves, the occasional call of a night bird. These sounds are not interruptions. They are companions, each one joining the subtle chorus of sleep. Have you ever wondered how the body knows it is time to sleep? It responds to the cues of ritual, to the soft gestures that signal night's arrival, to the slow, deliberate motions of your own breath. The nervous system relaxes, the muscles loosen, and the mind drifts from thought to calm observation, floating in the gentle river of the present moment. Imagine now the moon moving slowly across the sky. Its light washes over the landscape, softening edges, illuminating shadows in silver. Each shift of light is a lullaby, guiding the world, and you, into the quiet of night. You follow the rhythm of its passage, your own pulse syncing with the ancient, steady pace of time itself. As you inhale, feel the body expand softly, like the opening of a flower at night. As you exhale, allow tension to melt, leaving only calm.
Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale.
And notice how each cycle carries you deeper into rest. Your mind may wander. Small thoughts or memories drift through, but do not chase them. Simply notice and return to the rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of the night, the rhythm of your body. The repetition is soothing, hypnotic, a natural lullaby for your nervous system. Imagine now that each breath is a gentle wave, rising and falling along the shore of your awareness. With each wave, a little more of the day dissolves. With each wave, a little more of tension drifts away.
In, exhale.
In, exhale. You are carried gently by this current, safe, supported, and held. Sleep is not a place to arrive at. It is a journey, and the rhythm of your body is the guide. Notice the heartbeat beneath your chest, steady, calm, unwavering. Notice the subtle motions of your lungs like sails catching a gentle breeze. These are the instruments of rest, playing the quiet symphony of night just for you. Perhaps you imagine the stars above, countless and still. Each one pulses softly in its own rhythm, yet together they create a vast, harmonious pattern. You too are part of this pattern, your body and breath joining the symphony of the cosmos. In this rhythm you are held. In this rhythm you belong. The night flows onward, steady and unhurried. You are not rushing, not striving, not resisting. You are surrendering. surrendering to rhythm, to flow, to the gentle pull of sleep. Each exhale draws you closer. Each inhale prepares you for deeper calm. Have you ever noticed how, when fully embraced, this rhythm seems to guide the mind into dream? Dream is not separate from the body. It is an extension of the rhythm, a soft expansion of the cycles that carry you into rest. You may drift now into visions, gentle and unforced, like clouds moving across a quiet sky. Shapes, colors, and feelings flow naturally, each one part of the rhythm of the night. And as you settle, you notice that your body is fully aligned with this cadence. The head, the shoulders, the back, the legs, all sinking, supported, relaxed. Even the fingers and toes release. Every point of contact, every fiber of muscle, every breath joins the slow, steady song of night. In this awareness, you realize that sleep is not only rest, it is a ritual, a continuation of all that you have explored tonight. The ancient fires, the daily gestures, the letting go, the rhythm of breath. Each step of your evening, each small act, each slow inhale and exhale has led you here to the natural, gentle embrace of night. Your eyes feel heavy now, your mind softened. The rhythm continues without effort, carrying you safely into the dream world. Perhaps a soft breeze brushes against your skin in your imagination. The scent of night flowers drifts through the air, and the stars twinkle slowly above. Every element joins the rhythm, every sensation becomes part of the symphony, every thought finds its gentle place, and so you float, carried by rhythm.
Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale.
A journey without a destination, except for calm, rest, and surrender. You are held by the night. You are held by rhythm. You are held by yourself. And as the slow waves of breath and heartbeat guide you deeper, the night whispers of dreams and reflection. Where your imagination wanders freely, your mind explores softly, and your inner world begins to bloom under the gentle light of sleep's quiet guidance. Section 8. The Dreams That Carry. Us tonight, you will drift softly into the world of dreams, a place where imagination, memory, and gentle reflection flow together, carrying you into calm, restorative sleep. The night is deep now, soft shadows stretching across your room, your body sinking into comfort, your breath steady and even. You are ready to travel not through space, but through the landscapes of your own inner world, where dreams rise like mist, delicate and inviting. Have you ever noticed how dreams arrive unbidden yet familiar? They do not ask for permission. They simply appear, like a soft breeze rustling through the trees, carrying scents, sounds, and images that are yours alone. Tonight, you allow yourself to follow them gently without trying to control or direct, letting them guide you into calm reflection. Imagine a quiet meadow, silvered in moonlight. A gentle fog hovers over the grass, soft and slow. You walk through it barefoot, feeling the cool earth beneath your toes. Each step releases tension. Each breath draws in calm. And as you move, the mist swirls around you, carrying shapes of soft memory, shapes of moments, faces, laughter, and quiet spaces you have known before. Dreams are not always images. Sometimes they are feelings, textures, or rhythms. Perhaps tonight you notice the cool weight of a blanket on your shoulders, the gentle press of a hand in yours, the soft hum of a distant river. These sensations, repeated and transformed in dreams, carry comfort and safety. You find yourself by a slow river, its surface dark and smooth. The water reflects stars, each one twinkling in time with your pulse. Perhaps a leaf drifts past, turning slowly in the current. You do not chase it. You do not need to. You simply watch it float, and as it moves, you feel your mind follow the rhythm, floating lightly, effortlessly, carried by the gentle current of dream. Have you ever wondered why dreams can feel so vivid, yet so fleeting? They are the mind's ritual, an inner landscape shaped by the rhythms of sleep and breath. Each element of dream, every color, every sound, every image, flows like a story you are softly inhabiting. You are not controlling it. You are resting within it. You are carried, not driven. Imagine now a forest. Tall trees rise, their branches brushing softly against one another. Moonlight filters through, creating shifting patterns on the moss below. Perhaps you hear the rustle of small animals in the underbrush, the soft call of owls in the distance. The air carries a faint fragrance of earth and pine. Every sense is invited to notice, to linger, to drift without tension. In this forest, every step is a ritual. Your movements align with the gentle cadence of nature. Each inhalation draws in calm, each exhalation releases what is left of the day. You feel a profound sense of ease, as though the forest itself is breathing with you, guiding you, holding you. Dreams, like rituals, teach us about rhythm, pattern, and reflection. You may notice the return of certain images, symbols that appear night after night.
A bird, a river, a candle, a doorway.
Each one carries meaning, a soft guide to understanding, a reminder that the inner world mirrors the outer, that peace is cultivated, not found by chasing. Imagine now a small boat waiting by the riverbank. You step in, feeling the gentle sway beneath you. The current moves slowly, almost imperceptibly, carrying you along. The river widens into a calm lake, reflecting the moon and stars above. The water is dark and warm, holding you effortlessly. You do not resist. You do not steer. You allow the rhythm of river, water, and night to guide you. Perhaps you see other travelers in this dream, figures moving softly in their own rhythms. They are part of the landscape, but they do not distract you. They remind you that dreaming is shared, yet intimate. Each dream is personal, yet connected to the patterns that all humans follow, all souls drifting through the night. As you continue to float, notice the way your body responds. Your shoulders sink deeper. Your legs relax completely. Your face softens, jaw unclenching. Each breath carries you further along the river of dream, each exhale allowing more ease to flow through you. Have you ever considered that dreams are gentle teachers? They reflect the rhythms of your waking life, the rituals you practice, the breaths you take. And tonight, they carry you without force or effort into the deepest folds of rest. Now imagine a soft glow rising from beneath the water, illuminating the gentle waves. It is not bright, not demanding. It simply exists, guiding you with subtle warmth. You float toward it, feeling the pull of comfort, calm, and safety. Every cell in your body responds, every thought softens, every tension releases, and as the river carries you, as the forest whispers softly and the stars shimmer above, you sense that you are exactly where you are meant to be. The dreams themselves become the lullaby, the night itself becomes the guide, and you are carried into rest deeper and deeper, with every gentle rhythm of breath and heartbeat. And as the dream river flows, carrying you effortlessly, the night begins to weave reflection and peace together. Ahead lies Section 9, Nighttime Reflection, where the mind gently considers the day past, gathering gratitude, letting go, and preparing fully for the restorative power of sleep. Section 9, Nighttime Reflection. Tonight, you will drift into the quiet practice of reflection, gently reviewing the day with kindness, noticing moments of grace, and releasing what no longer serves as the night holds you in its calm embrace. The night is deep and still. Shadows stretch across the room like soft blankets, wrapping every corner in quiet. Your body feels supported, your breath flows slow and steady, and your mind is ready to wander gently, not into thought, but into calm awareness. Have you ever noticed how, at the end of a day, the mind often lingers on tasks unfinished, words unsaid, or fleeting moments missed? Tonight, we will practice the gentle art of reflection, not to judge, not to correct, but to simply notice, to honor, and to release. Imagine yourself seated beside a quiet pond. The water is still, reflecting moonlight and stars above. Each ripple is a thought, a memory, a feeling. You do not disturb the surface. You do not force it. You simply observe, noticing the gentle patterns that arise, the soft shimmer of light, the slow dance of reflection. Think now of the day that has passed. Perhaps there were small triumphs, moments of laughter, or gestures of kindness you offered or received. See them as golden leaves floating on the pond surface. Each one glows softly, carrying warmth, reminding you of the tenderness of life. Perhaps there were challenges, moments of tension, words you wished had been spoken differently. See them as fallen petals drifting slowly across the water. They are not burdens. They are simply part of the rhythm of life, drifting away naturally, observed without judgment, held in the calm awareness of night. Your breath moves with the pond.
Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale.
Each cycle a ripple, a gentle movement that mirrors the flow of reflection. With each exhale, release a little tension. With each inhale, gather soft awareness and compassion for yourself. Notice now the quiet beauty in the small.
Ordinary moments, a cup of tea in the morning.
A warm smile from a stranger, the softness of a chair beneath you. These moments, though fleeting, form a tapestry of gratitude and care. You may hold them gently in your mind, allowing them to shine softly against the quiet darkness. Have you ever considered that reflection is itself a ritual? A ritual of kindness, patience, and presence. By observing the day with gentle awareness, you honor your own experience. You recognize the lessons, the joys, and the moments of grace. You release the burdens that do not serve you. Imagine now that each memory or thought is a lantern floating on the pond. Some glow warmly, others fade softly, drifting toward the horizon. You watch, serene and attentive, knowing that each one has its place. You do not cling. You do not push. You simply allow, witnessing the gentle flow of life itself. Perhaps you notice sensations in your body as you reflect. Shoulders soften, the chest expands slightly with calm, the jaw releases tension, and your fingers rest easily. Reflection is not only a mental practice, it is physical, emotional, and spiritual. Each inhalation brings insight. Each exhalation brings ease. The night around you seems to echo this rhythm. Perhaps a soft breeze passes through an open window, rustling leaves carrying the faint scent of earth and night flowers. Perhaps the distant hum of the world, water, wind, nocturnal animals, joins the chorus of reflection. Every sound, every sensation guides you into gentle awareness, not thought, not worry, just soft presence. Have you ever noticed how gratitude arises naturally in this space? For the day, for the small moments, for the breath itself? Gratitude is a gentle companion to reflection. It reminds you that even in the ordinary, the mundane, the quiet struggles of life, there is always light, always softness, always reason to rest in kindness toward yourself. Now, imagine a small path winding through a quiet forest. Each step you take is a memory, a reflection, a moment of acknowledgement.
You do not hurry.
You do not push. You simply walk, observing, letting each thought rise and fall, letting each moment settle softly into peace. The pond, the lanterns, the forest, the path, all of these images carry you deeper into calm. You notice the way your body moves with them, how your breath mirrors the flow of water, the sway of trees, the soft movement of light. You feel connected, grounded, and gently held by the night. With each inhalation, you gather the calm, the insight, the kindness of reflection. With each exhalation, you release the day's tension, leaving behind only peace, clarity, and readiness for rest. The mind grows quieter, the body grows heavier, the heart grows lighter. And as the lanterns drift from the pond into the horizon, as the forest softens into shadow, and as your breath becomes the only rhythm you need to follow, you feel yourself ready to surrender fully, ready to move from reflection to the gentle embrace of dreams, knowing that all you have experienced All you have felt is safe, acknowledged, and held. And so, you rest in the quiet stillness of nighttime reflection, your body and mind calm, your heart at ease. Ahead lies Section 10, Guided Sleep and Rest, where the rituals of breath, rhythm, and dream converge into full surrender, guiding you into deep, restorative sleep. Section 10, Guided Sleep and Rest. Tonight, you will allow yourself to drift fully into sleep. Guided by breath, body, and the gentle rhythms of the night, flowing effortlessly into deep, restorative rest. The room is quiet. Shadows soften into the corners. Your body rests fully, sinking into comfort, supported, safe. Each breath moves gently, in
and out, in
and out, a quiet rhythm that anchors you to this moment, to this space, to yourself. Have you ever noticed how rest can feel like a warm embrace? Tonight, you allow that embrace to carry you completely. There is no need to think, to plan, to hold. The day has passed. You have released it. You are here, and you are safe. Begin by bringing your awareness to your body. Feel the points of contact with the bed, the chair, the floor, wherever you rest. Notice how each touch is gentle, supportive, grounding you. Each curve of the mattress, each weight of your blanket, each soft sheet holds you like a quiet ritual of care. Now shift your focus to your breath. Inhale, a slow, gentle wave filling the chest and belly.
exhale, releasing every remaining tension, every lingering thought, every trace of wakefulness.
Inhale, exhale, and feel how the breath guides your body toward calm, toward ease, toward the deep, restorative rest that awaits. Imagine now that the night itself is a soft river, flowing around you, beneath you, and through you. Its current is slow, gentle, carrying every part of you that is ready to release. Every sigh, every soft exhale is swept into the current. You float, you drift, you surrender. Perhaps you notice the faint sounds of the night, distant rustling leaves, soft hums, a whisper of wind.
These are not distractions.
They are part of the lullaby of the world, joining your breath, your body, your mind in perfect harmony. You are cradled in the rhythm of night. Now imagine a soft, warm light descending over you.
It is not harsh, not bright.
It is tender, like moonlight, brushing your shoulders and arms, your chest and legs. The light moves slowly, dissolving the last traces of tension, comforting every muscle, every joint, every fiber. You feel a profound release. You feel weightless, fully held, fully supported. With each breath, the body grows heavier, yet the mind grows lighter. Thoughts drift like clouds across a vast, calm sky. You do not chase them. You do not hold them. You simply watch them pass, returning gently to the rhythm of your breath, to the weight of your body, to the quiet guidance of the night. Perhaps you imagine yourself lying in a quiet meadow under a star-filled sky. The air is soft, carrying the faint scent of night flowers. You feel the warmth of the earth beneath you, the slow sway of grass around you. Each star twinkles gently, like a soft pulse, in time with your heartbeat. Inhale, exhale. You are cradled in the universe, yet entirely at rest within yourself. Have you ever noticed how surrender can feel like floating? You allow yourself to melt into the surface beneath you, carried by invisible currents of calm, safe, and unhurried. There is no need to move. There is no need to think. There is only the sensation of being fully present, fully calm, fully ready for sleep. Now guide your attention to the spaces between breaths. Feel the quiet pauses, the stillness, the soft gaps where time seems suspended. These are the moments where deep rest begins. Notice how your heartbeat aligns with these gentle gaps, how the pulse of the night becomes the pulse of your body, how rhythm becomes lullaby as you continue. Picture the day dissolving entirely, like mist fading at dawn. The events, the conversations, the worries all dissolve gently, leaving only calm, You are untouched by stress, unaffected by tension.
You are held by the night, guided by your own breath, and carried into restorative, dream-rich sleep. Perhaps you imagine a soft breeze passing over you, a final whisper of comfort.
It lifts gently, brushing your skin, carrying warmth and ease into every cell. You do not resist.
You do not wake.
You simply allow as the night and your body move together in harmonious surrender. Inhale.
Exhale. Inhale.
Exhale. Each breath slower, longer, more effortless. Each exhale carries you deeper into comfort, into quiet, into peace. Your mind drifts freely, your body rests fully, your heart softens completely. Notice the final rhythm of the night, the pulse of life, the steady motion of breath, the whisper of the world around you. Is all gentle, all calm, all perfectly aligned with your need for rest. You are safe.
You are held.
You are ready. And now, as you drift fully into the embrace of night, every cell of your body rests, every thought softens, every dream opens gently. You are carried by breath, by rhythm, by ritual, into deep, restorative sleep. Good night.
Rest now. Let go completely.
Drift into the gentle, healing currents of the night, where dreams, reflection, and calm meet in perfect harmony.